What's going on, everyone? Talon back here, and today Nolar and I are back, and we are here to do the next fan-made card subject slash topic slash whatever you want to call it, essentially. I don't know. We don't have an official name for it, but this time the topic in question is how to fix the Other World Warriors category. Okay, as you guys know, it's God, Nolar, what's the word I'm looking for?
Dead in the water.
I was gonna say garbage, but yeah, pretty much. It was dead on arrival, essentially. It needs some help. It definitely needs some help. So we thought, okay, guys, give us an idea for, a brand new card or maybe an easy A on a couple of units or something like that. And you guys submitted. We got a lot of responses. Some of them, I don't think people read the title of what it was supposed to be, because we got things like, what did we get? We got some base Goku that was the representative of Universe 7 category. Has nothing to do with the Other World category, but sure. Okay.
I mean, again, we appreciate your submissions, and of course the disclaimer. I think Talon, you're only picking 3 cards.
Yes, I'm only doing 3 cards today.
85 submissions. Again, some of them weren't related to what the topic is, which is Other World Warriors category fix. But look, just because we didn't pick yours doesn't mean that yours wasn't good. It's just that we've only got a limited amount of time. So we appreciate the submissions and love the fact that the community wants to participate in this. But that's all I gotta say about that.
All right. Anyway, without further ado, let's just get straight into this. So again, I have 3 cards picked. Nolar has them up on his screen as well on his computer. I'm going to go through the cards. I'm going to obviously show you guys the cards on the screen as I scroll down, read everything, and then we're just going to give our thoughts and opinions on it. So, all right. So the first fan-made card comes from at JB Lol. His character is a transforming Paiku-on or Paikon, depending on how you want to say it. I know the English dub has gone back and forth between their names and everything like that. Technically, it is actually Paiku-han when you directly translate it, but Paikon was the original name way back in the days. Anyway, so going for a TUR status here, which I'm all for. Typing is physical. Leader skill. Okay, so we got Otherworld category. Key +3, HP, attack, and defense up 120. Or super type physical is key +3, attack, HP, and defense up 100%. So this definitely seems more like a side unit that you would see on a banner, not the main Dokkan Fest banner. Because let's be honest, I don't think Paikon could actually carry a main Dokkan Fest banner unless they, they're just like, okay, you know what, we need someone like Android 13, so we're just gonna do this or something like that. And again, that's it is kind of a knock against Android 13. I mean, don't get me wrong though, he is still a pretty good card. He's not bad by any means. Just let's be honest, who really uses him, right?
Yeah. You're not wrong.
So anyway, let's take a look what the super attack effect is. So before transforming, it is a transforming card. So you know what? If this was meant to be a Dokkan Fest, exclusive, I would have boosted that leader skill already. But anyway, let's take a look at the super attack stuff. So before transformation, fire kick raises own attack and defense by 50% for 5 turns. High chance to stun the attacked enemy. And after transformation is the Thunder Flash, greatly raises own attack and defense by 50% for 7 turns, greatly lowers attacked enemies' attack and defense. I think that's usually a typical Paikon trope there in terms of the super attack and everything. Passive skill, before transformation, key +2, own key +2, attack and defense up 100%, reduces damage received by 10% every time he gets hit, up to 30%, and changes STR key orbs to rainbow orbs. I kind of like that. Actually kind of like that. Transformation conditions. Transforms into Paikon, just removes his training clothes. Transformation transforms when HP is 40% or above, starting at the 3rd turn of battle. I can get behind that, no problem. Yep, I'm all for that. After transforming, key +3, attack and defense up 130%, reduces damage received by 40%. If there are 2 or more worthy rival allies on the team, own attack plus an additional 30%. Changes STR key orbs to rainbow orbs. Links. Before transformation, experience fighters, cold judgment, Otherworld warriors, fierce battle, shocking speed, gentlemen, and brainiacs. After transformation, gentleman becomes prepared for battle. Oh yeah, wasn't Paikon like one of the only Saiyan cards that get prepared for battle?
Yeah, I remember that. Remember Optimal, guys? Optimal?
Yeah, exactly.
Strength?
Categories: Worthy Rivals, Saviors, Final Trump, Last Resort, and Otherworld Warriors. And then he has a couple of pictures here, which I'll pull up real quick for the I'll do the post transformation picture. All right, so typical PyCon type art stuff. Okay. Okay, so yeah, not too crazy of a unit, I would say. I know it has a transformation and everything, and it's probably meant to be a main Dokkan Fest, which in that regard, I would definitely change the category. Percents, that should definitely be like a 150, 170 type thing. But if it's meant to be a side unit, then I 100% agree with it. So, Nolar, what are your thoughts on it, man?
I think it's pretty good because I like the concept of increasing damage reduction per hit, just like he gets tankier. Like, that's the concept. Cool concept. Changing key orbs is never a bad thing at all. More key, especially if you put with the prevalence of LRs. I think we've got 65, 66 LRs now. Getting key spheres is important. And especially with Otherworld Warriors, right, where we have Super Saiyan 2 to Super Saiyan 3 Goku, or Angel Goku.
Yes.
He's key hungry, right? Because he needs actual orbs to get some of his effects up. So, I mean, this actually helps that category quite a bit because, again, it helps out Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku getting key, as well as the Angel, the tech one, right? Whenever he gets his EZA, he's going to be really good on this category as well. And he needs Rainbow Key Sphere. So, like, throwing this guy on rotation or off rotation, either way you want to play him, like, strictly as a key changer for those two main units or on rotation because he has damage reduction himself. I think this is a really good card, so I would be really happy to see this. The only difference I would say is after transformation, instead of just two more worthy rivals, I would change that to his category, which is Otherworld Warriors, so he would be much more prevalent for that. But yeah, I think he's good, so.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree 100%. The thing I really liked about it was, I think if anyone has ever tried using any of the PyCons in the game, which granted there aren't that many, he doesn't work with a lot of characters, right? Some of his links, obviously they can work with, I think it's Int Gogeta that also has Brainiacs Experienced Fighters. That's what it is. Yeah. So he can kind of work there, but that's really only a stat increase. Now he does get prepared for battle, as it's stated down here in the links, after he transforms, which most Super Gogetas have, which I think actually all of them do. So that can definitely help you in terms of links to help out your, both of those characters and everything. But the nice thing I really like about him is that he changes STR key orbs to rainbow orbs, which can really help. And so even if you have to throw him off rotation for something, then that's totally fine. The only thing I would probably change is maybe throw in some kind of support in his pre-transformation state. Maybe not for the post-transformation, but more for the pre-transformation state. Give him support for Otherworld Warriors, is what I would say. Do something like that. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
So, but yeah, no. Other than that, I don't really have anything else to say about it. I mean, just a good classic card. I'd try to summon for him. If he's a side unit, then just boost that leader skill, and eventually I'd pull him. But if he was a Dokkan Fest, maybe tied up with somebody else as well, yeah, I'd go for it.
Yep.
All right, going on to the next one is so I personally like this one because I originally thought we were gonna get this with this current celebration, with the worldwide celebration going on right now, and it's a Super Saiyan Vegeta Angel. Okay, and by the way, this comes from NK024, so thank you so much for your submission. We got a rarity of a TUR, typing is Tech, Otherworld Warriors category, key +3, stats up 170, or Vegeta's family, key +3, HP and defense 150, and attack 130, which I'm totally fine with. Super attack. So I actually really like this super attack idea. Greatly raises defense for 1 turn and boost allies' defense by 10%.
Okay.
I actually really like that concept. Passive skill, Return of the Prince. Attack and defense up 100%. At the start of the turn, gain an additional chance of performing a critical hit. More HP equals greater the boost. Change a random key sphere into rainbow and reduce damage received by 5% per rainbow key sphere obtained. Otherworld categories, Allies gain ki +2 and defense +30%. If character Goku is on the rotation, then a medium chance to launch an additional super attack. If HP goes below 40% or below, then max heal once only.
Okay.
Definitely an interesting concept. Links are Super Saiyan, Prepare for Battle, Prodigies, Royal Lineage, Saiyan Pride, and Fierce Battle. Artwork doesn't have. And then categories: Pure Saiyan, Vegeta Family, Super Saiyan, Resurrected Warriors, Otherworld Warriors, and Worthy Rivals. And that's about it. So I'll get your thoughts on it first before I give my initial thoughts that I had when I was looking through these cards.
Yeah, the super attack effect is really good. It's definitely a new concept, right? With boost allies defense by 10%. So that means you pretty much want him in slot 1, right?
Right.
In order to have the effect go off for the rest of your allies. And he greatly raises defense for 1 turn, so that's pretty good. So this seems to be more of like a tanking card, right? More or less, right? You got the attack and defense 100%. The crit hit is what makes him reasonably offensive, because like I mean, he didn't give like specifications on like, okay, so the greater the HP, the higher the boost. So it could be anywhere from like 0 to, I don't know, 30% chance to crit if you're at max HP. You know, that's pretty good, because right now he's just a full defensive kit, right? Get defense. Defense on 1 turn, boost allies defense, damage reduction per rainbow key sphere obtained, and that's a max of, if you manage to get 5 rainbow key spheres, that's 25% damage reduction. More than likely you'll get 3 or 4, so that's 15 to 20% damage reduction. It's still pretty decent, not the best, but it's decent enough in addition to all the high defensive stats he's got. So that's really good in my opinion.
Yep.
And then if you have Goku on rotation, if you manage to get that super off, that means you boost your allies' defense by 20%, and you greatly raise your defense twice. I think it's really cool. I think it's a really neat concept. So
yeah,
kudos to this guy. So yeah.
Yeah, the main thing that caught my eye is that you can either do it where you have him on rotation, you know, the first slot, to get that kind of stuff going, or if you need to, you can, you know, he can survive the test of time, and you can be a off rotation support type unit, basically, right? Changes key spheres. Otherworld Warriors categories will get 2 key and 30% defense, which is not bad. I mean, it's it's a little less defense, but it's very similar to the Zamos and Guasu card, right? They don't provide attack, but they're considered one of the best support units for both Realm of Gods and Patara, because they give key and they give defense. Obviously, I know they give, what is it, 50 or 70% defense or something like that?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, but regardless, I mean, this is just another concept of that. But he also gives defense via his super attack, whereas they seal, which is good for Super Battle Road, but other than that. So I like that concept that I could throw this guy off rotation if I wanted to, change the orbs to help out whatever LRs are on there, you know, give him 2 key, give him 30% defense, free heal at 40% or below, which is really nice. And yeah, so again, very simple idea card, but you know what? I like the concept personally. So I was definitely very impressed with it.
What I was going to say, to really make him stand the test of time, would be that super attack effect, boost allies defense by 10% for 2 turns. So that if you throw him off rotation,
that would be cool.
You know what I mean? So if you throw him off rotation, he's floating. It's like, okay, by the time he comes back, he'll still benefit that turn and then the turn after. You know what I mean? So if they really want to make him a solid card from here on out, and it's a defensive card, as we both noted, that would be the key to make him like really be a standout card to bring every time you need to take on a hard event. So the only other thing too I would mention is he's only got 6 links. Usually nowadays it's like 7 links is standard when you awaken, right? So he's got Fierce Battle, so he Dokkan awakens from some event. I would imagine there's one more link in there to help out. Yeah. Like Cold Judgment would be fine because he's a defensive unit, so why not? I'd even give him Cold Judgment, or maybe even give him Shocking Speed, because a lot of those Otherworld Warrior cards do have Shocking Speed. That's true. So, Shocking Speed works too. So and
it's another defense. It's actually another defense.
Right at level 10.
Yep.
Yeah, 2 key, 5%. Yeah, it's a good idea. So hey man, I am all for this card. If we got this, I definitely summon for him.
Yeah, I'd summon for him too. Definitely. Okay, moving on to the final card, guys, is going to be from, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, again, I even butcher my own students' names, Levion B123.
Yep.
If I pronounce that correctly. We got another PyCon character here, TUR, physical type again. Otherworld Warriors, key +4, stats up 170, and Worthy Rivals, key +3, HP attack 170, and defense 150. I think the only Worthy Rivals category, so our leader is Piccolo, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, Piccolo.
Dokkan Fest, yeah.
Dokkan, yeah, I should clarify, Dokkan Fest. All right, so super attack, base form, hyper tornado, raises attack and defense, so stacks it seems, causes immense damage and seals a super attack. Enhanced Thunder Flash, which I'm assuming must be his transformation state, is greatly raises attack for 1 turn, causes immense damage, and massively lowers attack and defense for the enemy, I'm assuming. So actually a very similar concept to the Tech Ultimate Gohan. He doesn't do it greatly, but he raises his attack and defense infinitely. And then when you choose to transform him, then you're only raising attack greatly for 1 turn. So you gotta pick and choose when you do that.
Yep.
Okay, we got a bit of an essay here. So base 1. Okay, so this is base. I don't know why he has the I in there. I just might enjoy this. Okay. Attack and defense up 120 at the start of the turn. Otherworld Warriors, key +2, attack and defense 30%. Attack and defense -30% and a high chance to stun the attacked enemy for 1 turn. An additional attack and defense +30% when facing only 1 enemy. Attack and defense 20% to all allies, and an additional attack with a high chance for it to be a super attack if there are 2 or more enemies on the team. Okay, so kind of doing the cooler thing there. We're doing one thing for 1 enemy and multiple enemies another thing. Attacks effective against all types when there is an extreme class enemy, guaranteed critical and guaranteed additional super attack when fighting Otherworld Warriors, Worthy Rivals, or Goku enemy. So let me just reread this. So it's super effective if it's just against an extreme class enemy. And then it's a guaranteed critical and a guaranteed additional super attack when you're facing off against an Otherworld Warrior, Worthy Rival, or Goku enemy. Okay, I had to clarify that. It sounded like it was guaranteed critical and super effective against all types, but no, that's separate. No. Okay. All right, so big passive. Transformation skill via active skill. Doesn't he say how he does it?
Miscellaneous, it does.
Okay, so I'm gonna scroll down here for a second. Let's see. Active skill, able to transform after 4 turns have elapsed from the start of battle, or transform when there is an Otherworld Warriors, Worthy Rivals, or Goku enemy present. Okay. Attacks will always connect no matter what when he's that's in his transform state. Okay, we'll get into that in a bit. Okay, so here's the enhanced part. So basically when he's transformed. Key +3, attack and defense up 150% at the start of the turn. Attack -40% and damage reduction -10% on attacked enemy for 2 turns. Okay. All attacks will connect. So that's a Android 13 concept, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay. Randomly change 1 type of orbs except physical to physical orbs. An additional attack and defense +50% when facing only 1 enemy. Attack and damage reduction +20% to all allies and 4C enemy super attacks when facing against 2 or more enemies. 20% damage reduction to all allies as a 3rd attacker. Super effective against all types and guard against all types when there's an extreme class enemy present. Randomly change 1 type of orb except physical into rainbow orbs. Guaranteed critical and 2 additional attacks with a high chance of being a super attack when fighting Otherworld Warriors, Worthy Rivals, or Goku enemy. Woo, okay. That is a long one. Okay, real quickly, Link, Supreme Warrior, Experienced Fighter, Shocking Speed, Gentleman, Cold Judgment, Otherworld Warriors, Fierce Battle. Categories: Worthy Rivals, Otherworld Warrior, Saviors, Full Power, Majin Buu Saga. I don't think the other PyCons are in Majin Buu Saga.
I mean, I guess technically it's in the timeline. It's just not actually in the manga or the anime.
Yeah.
But like if you look at the timeline, I don't know. I wouldn't put that there, but okay, whatever.
Okay. And then some extra information. So base info with the weighted clothes on, enhanced without the weighted clothes. Attacks will always connect when in his transform state, not on transformation boost, obviously, because he does not transform, just took off his heavy clothes. Makes sense. All allies include everyone on rotation, including Pycon himself. Okay. And lowering damage reduction is a new level to pierce enemy defense, especially those with a very high defense. I believe that was part of his transform state, right?
Yep.
It does not function the same as defense down, but in a way like you bring an advantage unit / category to a Dokkan event or an EZA, but nerfed for balance. It will stack if the same card with the same effects are on rotation, hence why it's as low as 10%. I'm unsure as to how it may calculate, but just a new method to test out.
All right, so I'll go right in.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so super attack effects, pretty cool concept in terms of, like you said, like Ultimate Gohan, he raises attack and defense, not greatly, but still stacking, so it's nice. And Seal super attack. And then when he transforms, it's just greatly raise attack, and then massively lower attack and defense. So I see him as, and then of course the passive skills, we'll get into that. But in terms of the super attack effect, just looking at that part of his kit, he seems very good for Super Battle Rope, obviously.
Yes.
You know, stacking attack and defense and stealing super attack. He would be a monster for Super Battle Rope, especially Otherworld Warriors, whenever that one comes out, which hopefully by the time that one comes out, they fix the category.
Oh, God.
But yeah, and then, okay, so the passive skill, in the pre-transform state, I think it's fine. Attack and defense 120, support for Otherworld Warriors. The enemy you attack gets stunned or and sealed. So the super attack seals pre-transformed and stuns, or a high chance to stun, I should say, and then, you know, reduce the enemy's attack and defense. You get a little, and then again, like you said, the cooler thing with one enemy only, he gets attack and defense 30%, and then when there's two more enemies, he basically supports the rotation, right? Attack and defense to all allies, an additional attack with a high chance for it to be super. Now, and then the attack's effective, that stuff, like, okay, this all looks pretty good. The problem I have is with the active skill, his state, because where is it? All right, so randomly change one type of orb, except physical to physical orbs. That's just any enemy you encounter, that's going to happen. You're going to orb change to physical. But if you manage to get at the bottom here, randomly change one type of orb into Rainbow Key Sphere. The problem I have with that is, let's say you changed all of int. Actually, no, never mind. I take that back. I was trying to think about this. I thought it would be like you change into physical, and then you managed to get a ton of physical, and then all of a sudden you got the physical change to keep rainbow, but he explains that here.
He explains that except physical, yeah.
Yeah. The new concept of damage reduction, reducing damage reduction is nice because like Legendary Goku events, Infinite Dragon Ball history, let's say y'all have an attack set of 10 million on Ultimate Gohan, but it only hits for like 3 million, right? Well, that's because it's not because the enemy has a high amount of defense. It's because the enemy has a high amount of damage reduction, the boss, right? So reducing the damage reduction means, hey, I get to hit a lot harder than I normally would. Not sure how the calculation will work out, and of course he said that himself in the bottom part. But I think that's a pretty neat concept. And like you said, if you manage to have two Pycons on rotation, then instead of 10%, it's 20. That's why he left it at 10, because it could be pretty huge if it was like 25 and you had two on the same rotation. So overall, I mean, it's a paragraph, you know, it's a lot to remember, but I mean, what is he? Is he a Dokkan Fest? Yeah.
Yeah, he's a Dokkan Fest, yeah, based on his leader skill and everything.
Yeah, I think this is really good. I would definitely summon for him. It perceives super attacks. I mean, honestly, it might be a little broken because there's just a ton of stuff. Like, if you're giving your enemies damage reduction and perceived super attacks, it's kind of like, I mean, as nice as it is to have both for quote unquote balance, you just kind of have to pick one or the other. You know what I mean? I don't see. The thing is, I think on almost any other card, I would probably agree with that, but for a Pycon card and an Otherworld Warriors card, I don't actually see it as a problem, because it's really not that, he's not that usable on a lot of teams, right? The main focus is Otherworld Warriors, right? And as we know, the whole point is to help that category.
The only way to help that category is to either give them a couple of busted cards, or you have to massively increase their supports and ways to include other units and everything on that team, right? So I really don't have a problem with them having all of this stuff and being quote unquote broken and everything. Again, I've always said this is a PvE game. I don't care if it is. So I'm.
No, you make a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's personally why I went with this card myself. I really like the idea, the concept, and everything, and it would make people consider the category. I mean, if Akazi's going to keep busting out all these categories, which we all agree that 9 times out of 10 they're not very good, then guess what? You need to really start buffing up those categories. How do you buff them up? You start, making these powerful cards to make people want to run those categories.
Yep. Yeah, you're not wrong. So. Yeah, I mean, I think it's really good. I would definitely summon. Well, I mean, it's me. I would summon anyways.
I mean, I would personally summon for it. I'd definitely be down for it. So. Yeah,
the only thing is, if they definitely change and fix the friend system, I'm sure a lot more people would summon, because then they could run Otherworld Warriors.
Yeah, seriously, just allow us to copy our leader skill, or our friend, our main card as our friend, and we'd be good to go, basically. So.
Yeah. So.
All right. Well, there we go, guys. So there are my 3 picks for this particular category. Part 2 is gonna be down in the description below for Nolar's, where we're gonna be talking about his choice and going over the cards that he went through. Any else thing to say, man?
No, I'm glad that people are enjoying this and making submissions. And again, I wish we could go through all 85 choices, but then we'd be here for like 3 days. So
yeah, pretty much. So. But we'll have like I said before, part 2 will be in the description below to check out Nolar's part. Make sure you go do that. And then in terms of the next topic, we haven't 100% decided it just yet. So keep an eye on social media, on Twitter, and we'll obviously update both of our videos when we have the topic picked. We're trying to kind of see and wait what happens with V-Jump and everything for the next topic. But from there, you guys will be able to submit your next stuff. So. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for the video. Let us know your thoughts down below in the comments. As always, leave a like if you liked the video. Subscribe if you happen to be new. Until next time, everyone, we'll see you all in the next one. Johnny.